Howdy, and welcome to London Creative. I'm Nick, and way back at the beginning of this channel, when it was still under another name and all joined together, going out there and seeing stuff and being in here making stuff, I decided to buy myself a new iPad because I wanted to get better at digital art and make these amazing realistic pictures that I'd seen and could see people doing and thinking, that's the sort of art I want to do. I tried, and the first video I got my new iPad and I put it down and I started to draw, and it wasn't that good, let's be honest. I think the first picture still has an unanswered comment because there's nothing else I could say to someone who literally went, yep, that's a nun. I drew a picture of a nun. It was meant to be a pretty girl. It could be a pretty nun, but it wasn't. And so 3 years later, I've made some improvements. I'm still not doing amazing pictures, but there has been a bit of an improvement, mostly because I've been watching and copying inspirational artists, watching their Instagrams and so forth, and realising what I was doing wrong. So today, I'm going to show you my latest thing and explain why and what it's all for. Since starting and since having the iPad and having Procreate, one of the first things I drew was a new avatar, which has been my logo on here originally, and Instagram and TikTok and so forth. I changed the avatar on here to a picture of me during the Greenwich Northern Lights art installation. But that is an out and about, which is not this channel anymore. That's over there. That's my out and about around London, walking and seeing the sights and anything that's not in here. So I thought I should really do another avatar. The same principle, same idea. Me and Solo, she's sometimes here and sometimes contributes. And so I sat down and started to draw a picture, and this is the result. The original avatar was inspired by Brad Colbo's course that I did, where he showed you how to make an image from very simple shapes, ovals, squares, whatever, and make a cartoon image. It worked. It was pretty good. I'm still pleased with it. Still think it's fine. But this version, well, I went for the more realistic, which is what I've always wanted to do. And first off, first layer, it was to try and draw a sketch and come up with an idea, an image, a shape that looked like me, scary as it is, and it's not something I've ever really been particularly happy with, this, and nowadays sort of round and whatever, less so. But I started with a sketch, and then the colours you see when you're seeing this and you think, well, that's sort of white and that's sort of a pale pink and that's a bit darker, quite often aren't. Quite often they're sort of brown and green, and which I've known for years. Trying to take colours off of a picture or making a palette out of skin tones of someone's face, you'll get a lot of really random colours in there. The trick is to take those colours and go with it, even though it looks wrong, and you start drawing in green and things, and it's like, that's wrong, or that's way too red, or that's pink. My nose really comes out very, very dark because it's so bloody big, it sticks out, it detracts light from everything else, but somewhat. Then block it in with the oil paint pens on Procreate. These are a revelation to me. You have it as a basic brush on Procreate, use it. It is very good. Get the oil brush, block it in, massive pen, colour it all in, put a load of colour in, get it all in. And then just start adding more sections. Add block in some colour and smear it around. A lot of credit goes to Tora, whose artwork is amazing. Her pictures look incredibly real. I still can't get to that level. Icia, when I did that, copying other artists and seeing how they do stuff, his style is to dump in a lump of red and then smudge it around and blur it and merge it, and that still works and that still is good, but with the oil brush it works even better. I look very round in this picture to start with. Then I started to add another revelation, the light pen. A pen that's like a neon sign or a neon light pen. Very bright in the middle, pure white most times, and then it fades off. That is really useful for putting in highlights, really bright. So like this section here, this bit here, this. Then another thing I do is to basically get the original picture and draw a very rough sketch over it to work out where my eyes are, how long my filtrum is, how wide my chin is, so forth. As a quick marker, then adjust the picture and stretch it and adjust it, cut it bits out, lasso it and move the eyes, pull the cheeks over here, push the face down there, drag it down, and then go on to the next bit, getting it more accurate. Add in hair, even though the final picture is going to have a hat on. That's just the way I work. I added in a red t-shirt. Red and purple tend to be the colours of the channel. Red, purple, white, dark blue and orange. And they're my brand colours for the channels. Got the hair in because it's naturally purple. And then just again went back to the references and things and made sure that it all matched. It's got to be said, I tend to sort of use a layer, put a layer on and then merge them down. So they're always merging and blurring together. Some people use 50, 60 layers. I tend to work on 3 or 4 layers at max. Maybe I'll do the eyes and I'll draw the eyes over separately. I've got very short eyelashes. Part of the accident crashing my bike, I lost all the eyelashes in this eye. So they're very, very short. Then I went back to the original picture, which is me in solo, and so I had to draw solo. I started this picture of solo using just my finger. I literally sat there and just drew on the screen, finger painting the picture with the oil brush and just smudged it out. Drew the basic shape, which is fairly simple. 2 black squares, a white bit in the middle, black nose, open mouth. Then I went back to the reference picture and I then drew over the top of it and drew another layer and got it right. Went through the same process. Oil brush, light pen for around the eyes and the white bits. Then got the hairbrush tool. I've got one hairbrush that I use all the time. Use that to brush in the hair to get uniform shape and angles. I then added her back in as a separate layer and put her in place. Made the picture slightly smaller. I put my arm in to make it look like I'm holding her. Put her paws over my arm, the way she kind of sits a lot of the time. And then adjusted the shades and the shadows and the colours. And put my beads in, tagged it with my name on the beads and so forth. And there we go. It's us. That's the new avatar and the explanation behind it and the reason behind it. Hope this was good. Use the oil brushes, use the weird colours and use the hairbrush and trust yourself. Trust it. Trust the process. I hope you liked this. I hope this was an entertaining little video and an explanation why the avatar is going to change. If you do like this, then please give it a thumbs up. It tells the algorithm that you've watched it and you've seen it, and you can just unlike it in a few weeks if you need to. It helps anybody. Every video you've watched and you think, oh, it's okay, click like. It tells the algorithm that this is good and they should promote it and share it with other people that aren't following. Leave comments down below, tell me something else to draw maybe. And if you're not already subscribed, and there is like 80-something% of people are watching these videos and not subscribing, then please subscribe. If you've watched more than one video or you want to see more arts, more making stuff, building stuff, burning stuff, breaking stuff, painting stuff, then click subscribe and come back each time for more. Until then, I shall see you soon. Bye. Great. Someone started playing music really loud. Well, you can call that music. Characters and think. They always go. I make noises.